This is a recap of Day 2 at the Major in Austin, Texas. On Day 1, 2 rounds were played. 8 teams played 2 best-of-1 matches each. Today, we're in for Round 3. First, we'll see 4 best-of-1 seeding matches between the teams that have won once and lost once. We'll talk about those. You're watching the Steam Inventory Helper team. Before we begin, now's the perfect time to remind you that the case opening simulator is already available in the extension and is constantly being updated. There, you can spin 1 case at a time or test your luck by opening 100 cases at once, and then check the stats in the loot list or on the graph. I was really lucky to get an expensive knife from my second 100. You can see for yourself, the chances for that are extremely low. The second day kicked off with a BetBoom versus Legacy match. The Brazilians started off strong, making it clear they weren't going down without a fight. They took the pistol round without much trouble and defended against the Eco with only 1 casualty.
But as is the case with this guy, you know the heights he's capable of. Just not in this pistol round.
6 feet under instead. The A push gets punished, but there's a second man, and BetBoom can't find him, so it's not exactly an open runway into this site. They're going to go back through middle. Rotation is already here. Luck's trying to slow them down, trying to stop them on this split. His teammate is in a hot and bothered spot. He's got nothing to do but fight. They're coming from both sides. Lato falls. Heaven rotate in time as well. And the bomb gets dropped as well.
And the guy in these games for BetBoom. But an awkward spot to find himself in. They'll triple swing him, all play together. They wait for the...
Prepared for BetBoom's pistol.
You also feel like where mid gets really scary is like when AWPs are in play, because then there's different playing out through camera, the rotating through temple, so it's like, yeah, pistol round taking mid, lovely. Just want this to be...
But that's where their momentum stopped. Boomich took over, leading his team to 9 consecutive T-side rounds, including a captain's clutch at 6-2.
Out through dark, clean stuff for Axel, but he will take one of the dome, getting whittled down, finished off. It's got to be Boomich or it's nothing. This is to keep the scoreline flawless for BetBoom, and Boomich will deliver. 7.
Legacy only managed to show 1 solid gun round at the end of the first half.
Last golden chance on an early swing that gives the round away, and so it's very, very passive here from Legacy. They're in this 3-2 hold, starting to get mowed down over towards A, space getting taken. Sadzin calling for rotates, his teammates trying to join him, and all across the map Legacy can hear the BetBoom aren't fully in position yet. They hear these players coming in a little bit later. They're not able to pick up the kills on them, and so now you get very claustrophobic. You're boxed in middle. There's a fight here you have to win before you can even get to Sadzin to help him. And he's still doing all he can on the AWP. They've slinked on past. They made it past Zorti. At least the first man did, and that's going to inspire him to give chase. Caught by Nissim. 2 players left in main. It's Boomich and Axel, the 2 that won. That last 2v3 for BetBoom. Can they do it again? Sadzin doesn't think so. Defuse stuck, and even though it's close, this is looking like...
BetBoom calmly closed the game out in the second half. Final score 13-3.
It is indeed. Boomich, first of all, massive congratulations. You made that one look very easy. How comfortable were you actually inside the server?
You know, then it's best of ones. You don't want to think it's easy. It was T-sided map Anubis, so... But we do the great job on T-side, and it looks easily, but still it was really nervous, because it's really important best of 1 when you have the 1-1 score and go to the next day in 2-1 and play. You have 2 chances and 2 best of 3s right now, so it's really crazy and good.
As the commentators were just saying, you know, a lot of your individuals stepping up. You also had some moments yourself. Round 9, your clutch, I think it was against Lux and Jamal. I know we're going to bring it up on the desk, so can you talk to me about that and how good it felt to pull that off?
I know after yesterday's loss, I just think about myself just to need to step up individually, and really experienced player with 9 majors like behind, and you know, just want to show my team like I can do a lot of work and like motivate them.
You mentioned that level of experience. I think we'd kind of argue that, you know, BetBoom are one of the most experienced teams in this stage 1. How much of a benefit do you feel like that is to your team?
You know, it's first LAN for our team, and just we're enjoying, you know, we don't think like we're so experienced. We just want to go through the next stage, and like I said in the first interview, we just want to, our goal is playoffs.
Final question. Obviously now you sit in that 2-1 bracket. You talked about, you know, the pressure of these best of 1s. Now it's just best of 3s if you want to be making it through to playoffs. How much does that, you know, take off a load mentally for you?
I think, you know, mentally 2 best of 3s, and we understand like we can play really great, so we will see what happens tomorrow, and I hope we can do the next stage.
Well, either way, Boomage, best of luck, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Complexity played NRG. To the disappointment of North American fans, 2 of their teams had to face off in a match for the upper bracket, a direct path to the next stage. Complexity clearly felt extra pressure. They came to perform as hometown favorites, but couldn't show convincing gameplay. NRG, on the other hand, ranked 34th by HLTV, had nothing to lose, which gave them freedom to play with confidence and without fear of mistakes. Right in the first round, Hext pulls off an ace and NRG cruise to a 9th round lead at 8-1.
That's opening a couple entries, a quick trade though, but still, good progression, but maybe not any progression made by the T-side Complexity, getting stifled slightly, going for the chase here. Hext trying to hide in balcony, good defensive kill, but still, he's going to get the bomb down.
He's already got 4 kills down. See if he can get any more.
Same script as BetBoom versus Legacy, but there's one difference. Complexity are the top NA team, ranked 17th. If not them, then who could pull off a comeback?
And let's see what they could do here, trying to push up the long banana. Complexity need rounds right now. Grim with the entry to take down Bro, and JT to follow it up. It's worth it, but there's a 3rd man on the site to slow them down. Again, it's that same setup as earlier. Early 3 on B bomb site, and you're not expecting for there to be more people, but Junior, he doesn't even need to see him.
Massive. Yeah, now you get the guaranteed close plant, 3 versus 2. This should be nigh on impossible for NRG. Totally out of position.
Aggressive push onto B 8-2. Then another banana push.
And he is missing in a way, and it's really cool that there are people like this whose love for the game just never fades, really. I think it's awesome. JT to take down Bro at the start of it. Rough game for him in that sense. Denmark trying to sabotage NA at the moment, which is rough. I apologize on behalf of my countrymen. Nitro, get a bit of spray down, but not really getting the connection. It's George instead showing up, looking for the headshot. He'll get 2 kills at the end. It took a lot of bullets, and Nitro will find Junior through the smoke. That's all he was looking for. The bomb plant being delayed by the fact that that smoke gets blown open, so it's going to cause some time here for a rotation to come in.
Backsides, they need this first headshot to come very quickly for this defense to work out. As NRG are starting to run low on time, the boost up, looking for it. Beautiful, the spray all through to find that booster, and that's exactly what will happen. Great stuff there on 60.
A well-played 2 versus 3, and they grab their 3rd round.
And they're going to be right, I think, Candice. They're committed to Complexity now. They've only got 20 seconds to get the bomb down, so they're going to go into the stack. This is a disaster.
Yes, it is Nitro. Nice little utility to try and see if we can put them more pressure on. There's only 14 seconds left. If they run right through, but Grim with a headshot, he picks up Nitro as well. OC trying to hold on, and he very nearly got the kills that he needed there. Maybe one more, and they just run out of time. But it's down to the double entry on Grim. And now George trying to fight his way up. Banana is not going to be allowed.
Another banana rush. Again, aggressive B. And they go into the second half with real chances to fight back. In the second half, Complexity take the pistol round, then the initiative, then 6 rounds in a row.
On Grim, okay, love to see that. But hopefully NRG doesn't get to that spot where they just don't know what works because they've never been defaulting, if you know what I mean.
Having your default work, especially at the start of a game and a half, it can be such a luxury. Ooh, the timing is weird here for JT, but managed to hold on and decides to push it. He didn't even know. He did not know. That is just, that's just a random bullet that flies through the smoke, just catching strays, as it were, on that second one. I'd love to see it.
Johnny was very sharp, but as we all know, only Donk can solo carry a team. Eventually, Nitro and company pull themselves together and close out the game. Complexity's comeback efforts weren't enough.
Straight contact towards the site. It's going to be JT going down early, and because Grim is so low, he can't really help out. So 60, what are you going to do? Up in the graveyard position, Trigger Discipline is at an all-time high as he gets the first. Nick's trying to follow it up, but still up in the abs, and he will find himself alone versus 3. They've got plenty of time. Grenades raining down, and the headshot for Bro to close it out. NRG with a victory here.
In the OG versus TYLOO match, we saw a similar story. The Danish side controlled the game as expected, and unfortunately, the Chinese squad couldn't create much intrigue. The only time they made the Danes nervous was on map point, when they won a force round and converted a 3-5.
Missing in the last B exec, and Ikenos is at this B site all alone. In a retake setup, but long controls being sought after by TYLOO, going through the motions. He falls back on this line, waits for his teammates to join him, and TYLOO getting mopped up. Messiah trying to save the day. It's the three heaviest hitters still in the picture for TYLOO. Scrapping over at long, Messiah continues to find success. And it's just Spooky left to beat Jam Young and G in this 2.
But that didn't save them. Final score 13-4.
In the red room, it's not free passage here. Nikados, you gotta pay the toll. He'll take them all out of the round. Nikados with the lineup, that's 3. And with just these pistols, a couple of weapons around it, OG stormed the board. And TYLOO best.
Match MVP was once again Nikudos, who posted a KD over 2. He's been playing with confidence throughout the tournament and continues to draw attention.
First of all, massive congratulations, Buzz. I feel like there's something about you guys on Ancient. You know, you did it to Complexity, you do it against the TYLOO. Tell me about that map and why you feel so comfortable.
I mean, I think we've always been comfortable on Ancient with this lineup. So yeah, I don't know. It just feels like a good pick for us.
Is there anything in particular that kind of makes you feel so comfortable on it?
I think we are good at playing, like we can play different play styles on the map. We can play fast-paced or slow-paced, so yeah, I think that's really suiting for us.
Tell me about yesterday, because obviously, you know, absolutely demolished Complexity, then Bait, they get the better of you. What were the conversations that kind of happened overnight within the team?
To be honest, I think we had a really good idea of what to do against Bait. It was more the smaller things that went wrong, such as like microcomms, talking like what we're entering, like who's looking where, small nades. Like it was about the small mistakes yesterday, I would say. So we didn't really put too much thought into it. We just had to go do the same today and then do it 2% better, and yeah, then it works out.
Definitely paid off. For you, just looking personally, you know, you're a major rookie right now. You're sitting 2-1 up in stage 1. Does that kind of lift any weight off of your shoulders? Do you feel any less pressure now?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I don't feel like we feel that much pressure in the team. We're pretty good at focusing on ourselves and what we can control. But yeah, of course, it's better than being 0-2 or 1-2, so for sure.
100%. And just looking at you again personally, you know, I think a lot of people would be familiar with your name because of your time on Astralis, and it's been a little bit of time since then. So can you tell me what kind of was the biggest learning coming off of that team and now coming into OG?
I think it was a big transition from being the smaller voice in the team to being maybe one of the bigger voices. Obviously, I came into Astralis pretty early in my career. I would say I took a big step up, and I learned a lot of things there. So yeah, now I'm trying to maybe give some of that experience to the other guys as well, and help where I can.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Buzz. Congratulations and good luck moving forward.
Lynn Vision versus Nemiga finally gave us a close and therefore interesting CS match. The Chinese side surprised everyone, taking the first 6 CT rounds convincingly. Then the Nemiga guys started slowly clawing their way back.
Here, typically, we tend to say
And for good T sides, they'll usually recognize this. Nemiga, though, they do want to go for that B split. Still strong. The B splits are always strong. Oh, the timing so risky. Khan is going to exploit it.
the backup is not going to be there. It's either going to be Komisu basically getting 3 or 4 kills, or the round is going to be over and no one will rotate to him. They're right on top of him here. The spray's pretty good to get the first, but he can't get the second. And I think...
Yeah, but they can certainly make sure that everybody dies, and that's what they're set up to do as well. And I mean, they can try their hand at this one. Oh, Khan is going to get the shot. You can see the
out here. Smoke goes up again towards CT spawn. We're down to 23 seconds as they look to get onto the site. Hansen with a bit of a spray. He knows there's someone on the other side, otherwise they can't do the boost there. Lear is going to get a headshot as well, and Komisu goes down. Khan with the headshot, dropping Westmelon. And now it's just Saka hoping to catch one of them if they come past. And he does get the dink.
Their 5 T rounds in the first half gave them a good shot for CT success. Second half started with a pistol win for Nemiga, followed by a loss to a force buy. But Lynn Vision couldn't build on that lead and stayed in chase mode.
Into that spills into this B site. They're going to go for it here. Straight through the smoke. And able to find the follow-up. That's very nice from Westmelon.
It is. Swipe very nearly defending the bombs. Quick and decisive. Amelia shutting down the reinforcements. Flash coming in as well, but Amelia, he doesn't actually get blind by it. It's a nice idea to throw that flash on the middle. Khan goes down, and Amelia with a sick triple.
Despite playing well, the Chinese team struggled economically the entire half. 4 force buys and constant edge balancing against Nemiga, who had full buys every round. CS is a shooter first and foremost, not an economy simulator. Coaches and analysts should be developing effective map tactics, not wasting time managing money. I think the Chinese team became the perfect example of how once you lose your economy, you might never reach a full buy again, and therefore can't reach your full potential. The switch to MR12 in CS is definitely a necessary and important step, but the prices must be adjusted. The sooner the better.